Hello, welcome friends, it's me May, and today we are going to be doing another easy seated practice, ideal for anyone who is a complete beginner of yoga, has never tried yoga before in their life, and or has some kind of physical or mental ailment that stops them from getting down on the floor. Perhaps it's confidence, perhaps it's actually something more to do with your ability to move. So this is going to be really simple, easy, relaxing. By the end of this practice you'll feel very stress-free, a little bit more nimble, a little bit more flexible, and hopefully a lot more relaxed. Okay, so what you need today is just a seat, a comfortable seat. Any chair will do. I've got a pillow under mine just to help my bum not feel too sore. And we're going to start on the seat today, and then we'll move into standing. So you're going to need a little bit of room. You won't need a mat really. If you don't have one, that's absolutely fine, but if you do, you can place the mat on the floor, sit down on your chair, and then begin. So pause the pause the video for grabbing hold of your chair. And when you're ready, you can come to sit on your chair with a comfortable position. So feet flat on the floor, hands can be on the legs, on the thighs, lengthening up through the crown of the head, so gently tucking the chin and closing down the eyes. I'm just going to spend a couple of moments here in stillness, in quiet. Perhaps it's the first quiet moment of your day, whether you've been busying around or your mind has been very busy. We're just going to observe what's going on for us in the body and in the mind. If lots of thoughts come up for you, that's absolutely fine. Know that your mind is wired to think and be logical and try and figure everything out and fix everything, problem solve. So everything is well, all is well with the mind. It's doing a great job. But now is the time to maybe dial down the noise a little. So in order to do this, we like to connect to the breath. So just feeling the rise and the fall of the chest. Sending your attention and your mind to that sensation in the body. And then when the mind wanders back to thinking, back to problem solving, just bring it back to the breath. If you're a very visual person, you may prefer to have your eyes open here and focus on something in front of you. If you are an auditory person, you might like to listen into the sounds that are going on around you. If you're a kinesthetic person, like touch and fit sensations, then perhaps staying with this observation of the rise and fall of the chest is good for you. Know that this is a practice, and the more you sit on your chair, the more you come to your yoga practice, the better and more effective you will become at dialing down the noise in your mind. Making sure that your spine is still nice and straight. We're going to start to gently blink open the eyes if they're not all there already, and find a soft gaze. Find a soft gaze on something in front of you. Gentle eyes. We're going to inhale, lengthen up through that crown, imagining that there is a string pulling you up from the crown. And that string is holding you there. So when we inhale, we lengthen up through the spine, lengthen up with the string. And as we exhale, we bring the chin to chest. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chin to the sky. Just gentle here with the neck. Inhale, center, and repeat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to sky. Exhale, center. Being very gentle. One more time. Inhale, chin to chest. Sorry, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to sky. Inhale, center. Wonderful. Looking over your right shoulder this time. So let's inhale first. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, center, and repeat. Inhale, exhale, look over shoulder. Inhale, exhale, look over the other shoulder. If you don't get your inhales and exhales right, don't worry. This is usually quite advanced when you get to a point where you can move and breathe in all in one lovely way. But it does give you something to focus on. It gives you something for your mind to practice. Okay, where am I inhaling? Where am I exhaling? And then it takes away from the thoughts of what you had for dinner tonight. Okay, so now let's draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. So feeling a long extension in that left side of the neck. Inhale, center. Exhale, drawing your ear to the left shoulder. So make sure you're not bringing that shoulder up. You're actually doing the opposite, dropping that shoulder down. Inhale, center. Let's go one more time. In your own pace, in your own breath. Lovely, good job. Now imagine that you've got a pencil on the top of your head. You're going to keep your shoulders and your torso still, and you're going to draw a circle with the pencil on the roof of your house or boat or van or wherever you live. So it kind of feels like you're doing a bit of a chicken dance here, kind of going in and out. It's really great for releasing tension in the neck and the shoulders. Particularly if you spend a lot of time on your phone or your devices. This is great. This whole sequence is great, actually. The neck. Okay, and then come back to center. Now imagining you're in a Bollywood movie and you're going to do a little bit of Bollywooding. Doing your best to send your neck from side to side, your head from side to side, keeping your upper body still. Wonderful. Good job, everybody. Okay, lengthening up through that crown again. We're going to drop our right hand to the side and drop the right hand down to create a bit of a side stretch here. So looking up over the left shoulder, inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale, just kind of go a little bit deeper with that extension down, feeling that side stretch. Inhale, nice into the chest. Exhale, soften. Inhale, slowly coming up. Great. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, left hand goes down this time, looking up and over the right shoulder. So inhale, feeling that expansion in the chest. And then exhale, soften into the side stretch. Really gentle here, moving, working with the spine. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Inhale coming up. Super job. Okay, so hands up towards the knee caps. We're going to draw the hands forward and backwards over the thighs. So when the fingertips are at the knees, you're going to kind of hunch over, creating a bit of a C shape with the spine. Your shoulder blades are drawing away from each other. You're engaging your core, you're squeezing your core into your spine, gently tucking the chin slightly, opening up the back. As we inhale, we're going to do the opposite. So the opposite, we draw the hands all the way back to the hips, we open the chest and the heart, and we draw the shoulder blades together. And we move in this way through the breath. Inhale, C shape with the spine, shoulder blades moving away from each other, hands on the knees. Inhale, drawing the hands back towards the hips. And then finding a rhythm, finding a breath, moving slowly, moving with that, breathing in and out. In one way, out the other. Opening up those shoulder blades. Opening up that chest, opening the heart. Knowing that when we do open this heart space, we can release emotions. If you feel emotional, embrace it, enjoy that, observe it. Inhale, let's open the chest one more time, and then come back to center wherever you are. Good job. Okay, taking the feet nice and wide now. So they're a bit wider than your chair. Hands again onto the knees. We're going to drop the left shoulder down. So we keep our left arm nice and straight. We don't lock the elbow because that's not good for the elbow. We just draw that shoulder blade down towards the center in between our legs. And then we use this other hand on our, so say we're drawing down with the left arm, the left shoulder. We use our right hand and we push into the knee to create some tension so that we can twist round to the side, looking up over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, and then the other way. So now again, twisting through that spine by drawing that shoulder, that right shoulder down, pushing into the hands a little to create some friction to enable you to lift and look over the other shoulder. So this is the movement. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Checking you're not locking the arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last time on the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Amazing. Great job. Okay, so we're going to remove the seat from underneath us now. Move it over to the side somewhere. I'm going to take these beads off actually because they're going to rattle. I'm also going to take the socks off. It is November at the moment. You can see by the steamy windows it's warm in here and cold outside. Okay, so coming to our feet nice and wide, so maybe 4 to 5 feet wide. We're going to make sure that our alignment is right here with the body. So we bring our hips forward, tucking our tailbone. We lift up from the kneecaps, lift up through the legs into the core, into the center. We open up our shoulders. We're drawing the shoulders up, back and down, letting our arms hang from our shoulder girdles. Make sure you're not locking those knees. There's a gentle bend in the knee and there's a lift through the crown. So lovely. Hands on hips. We're going to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, we're going to fold, keeping those knees nice and bent. Fold all the way down. That's it, really good. With the hands, you can let the hands hang heavy. You can hold on to the elbows if that feels comfortable for you. You can really just relax the head. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Bend those knees if you've got tight hamstrings and back of the legs. And just feel this really intense stretch up the backs of the legs, opening up the lower back. And if this isn't for you today, then just honouring that, coming back up slowly. If you're with me, then nice deep breaths. If you are coming out of this, then nice deep breaths, standing back into our original standing pose. And as we breathe deeply, feel that opening in the lower back. The deeper our breath becomes, the more we can open up the muscles and create space in our body, which ultimately helps with flexibility, strength, and just better movement, energetic movement throughout the body. If you suffer with low blood pressure, or this is the safest way to come up anyway, place your hands onto the floor, your knees might be nice and bent here, and lift the head first. Head comes up first and all the blood rushes back down towards the heart, so you don't get that really horrible dizzy feeling as you slowly coming up. You want to keep the spine as straight as possible as you come up. Try not to bend too much. Okay. Now you might get that feeling of dizziness, so just take your time. We're going to go again. If this wasn't for you today, then maybe you just want to come down to a half bend here. So keeping that head up. So this will strengthen the core, strengthen the legs, opening up the backs of the hips, opening up through here. So it's really activated and really great for you as well. So whatever option you take today, let's go again. We're going to inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and then exhale, folding, either halfway or all the way. If you're all the way, drop the hands, hold on to the elbows, shake your head yes, shake your head no, make sure there's a nice bend in the knee. The bendier, the better. And then once you have got your bend, you might want to start to experiment with your opening up the backs of the legs. It's just an invitation. So if you want to do that, then you start to send your hips up, straightening the legs. Nice deep inhalations and exhalations. Closing down the eyes to go inward. Let's take one more inhalation. One complete exhalation all the way out. Really let it all out, all the breath out. And then slowly coming up. So placing the hands on the floor, lifting the head first. Bend through those knees. Squeeze that center. Really engage that core. It's really important. You've always got that activated in yoga. Protect your lower back, if anything. Placing the hands onto the hips again as we rise up. Super job. Okay, let's take a moment here. Realign. Make your blood come all the way down back into your body, and we are now going to move through a little bit of a standing sequence. So turning towards the right hand side, your right foot is in front of you, your left foot is at a 45-degree angle, your hips are in alignment with the wall, with the mat. They're straight, got this straightness to it. You can have a little bend through that front leg, or it can be a little bit straighter, depends on your flexibility. We're going to inhale, lengthen up, and as we lengthen, feel that engagement in that hip flexor and the lower back. Inhale, arms up, all the way up, leading with the fingertips, reaching up with the fingertips. If you're in a boat like me, then you want to lead up with the elbows. So bring the palms together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Soften. Let's go again. Inhale, lengthen through that crown, through those fingertips, really reaching up. Exhale, soften, relax, relax. We're now going to take the arms nice and wide, taking them all the way down and back onto the hips. So this time we're going to fold again. We're going to fold over one leg. So inhale, lengthen. Squeeze that center back towards the spine. Exhale, fold. Now you're going to either option stay here, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, looking forward, having a soft gaze, making sure that your knees are not locked at all. If you're coming all the way with me, then folding all the way down over that front leg. If that knee is really bent, that is absolutely fine. I'm going to bend my knee, really bend it. And I'm going to place my fingers in line with my foot, really squeezing up into the chest here. Hold, come out at any time. Inhale, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, folding and softening a little bit more. Lovely. Coming up onto the fingertips, lifting that head up, letting the blood come back. Hands towards the hips. Squeeze everything to come up. When you're coming up, you're drawing your legs in towards each other, like creating this really strong structure. When you engage the legs like that and draw them into each other, you lift the body, you protect your body from any damage that could be done if you're not doing it properly. Okay, coming back to center. Lovely. Take a moment in Tadasana, bringing the legs back together, either hip distance apart or feet together, lifting up through the kneecaps, lifting up through the chest, lengthen through the crown, soften down the eyes, take a nice inhalation, really deep. And exhalation, let it all out. Wonderful. Okay, now let's go left side. So we're bringing our legs to 4 to 5 feet apart again. This time the left foot is in front. The right foot is at a 45-degree angle and our hips are aligned with the front of the mat. Bending in legs, bending in knees is good. Inhale, tucking that tailbone up, lengthening up, feeling that engagement in the hip. Inhale, arms up, stretching up through the fingertips, coming to a prayer with the palms together, lengthening up as we inhale. Exhale, we're softening. Let's go through one more breath round. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Inhale, open the arms up. Coming down so that hands are on the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Perhaps you're going halfway here. That's absolutely fine. Looking forward, holding onto that core, building the strength in the legs. Really opening up the hips here, opening up the backs of the legs, engaging the core, building a lot of strength. So great work if you're here. If you're coming with me, all the way down. Bending through that front leg, fingertips on the floor. If they can reach it, I recommend reaching your hands down if you're coming all the way down. Bending through the knees. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown, lifting the chest slightly. Exhale, folding. Folding over, surrendering, letting it go. Let all the thoughts just fall out of your head. Lovely. Inhale, come up again, come up onto the fingertips, lifting the head up. Squeeze everything. Really draw those feet into each other. Activate those legs. Squeeze the core, hands to the hips, rising up. Really intense on the lower back here, but we're doing a good job. Lengthen and then come back to center. Lovely. Come back again to our Tadasana. So either feet together or hip distance apart. Lift, lift and ground through the feet. We're always trying to create these sort of opposite effects in order to find balance in our yoga, and that translates into the spiritual and mental positives, benefits of the yoga practice as well, finding balance, finding a center, alignment in our lives. So we're going to lift up through the crown again. We're going to exhale, release. Let's go again, one each side. So right foot forward, finding a nice alignment here. Check in with yourself, check in with your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Let's bring the arms up. Inhale all the way up, stretching up through the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, arms open all the way around, come into the hips. Inhale, lengthen. I'm just going to go halfway this time. Exhale, fold. So you're either going all the way down, you're either going halfway. Checking in with those knees, making sure that they're not locked. Feeling a lengthening through the backs of the legs. Letting all the thoughts hang from your head if you're all the way down. And then just begin to straighten that front leg if you've got that in you today. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, slowly coming up, bringing the head up first. And then making your way up, really engaging, squeezing, squeezing. Lifting, lifting. And relax, release. Coming to our Tadasana for one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Left side. Left foot forward. Right foot, 45-degree angle. Hips aligned. Inhale, lengthen. Bend those knees, don't lock them. Exhale, fold. Either coming halfway or all the way down. You know the drill now. I'm going to stop talking for a moment so you can go inward. Slowly coming up, head first, then lift the torso, squeeze, inhale at the top, exhale, come back to centre, walking the feet in towards each other. Lovely job. Let's come back to the seat. So grabbing your seat again. I want to put my socks back on. So we're coming to a comfortable seated position. Our feet are hip distance apart. We're lengthening up through the crown. Softening the eyes or coming to closed eyes as we begin to end our practice here. So option also, if you like, if you prefer, you can go lie on your bed right now. You can go lie down on your sofa. You can just relax wherever you are. However you best want to relax right now, this is the time to do so. So, pausing. And then coming back to our relaxation. Our final bit of meditation at the end. So your hands, if you're lying down, then you can have your palms facing up. Let your legs be nice and wide as possible. So you're really surrendering and opening up on the bed. If you are in your seat, then you can have your palms facing up on your knees. And when we bring our palms to face upwards, we're kind of just saying, yeah, I'm here and I'm surrendering to whatever comes up for me right now, and I accept, and I'm happy. I'm happy to receive whatever I need to receive in this moment. So closing down the eyes if they're not there already. We're just going to bring our attention back to the breath. Working with the senses that are the strongest for us. If that's auditory, kinesthetic, visual, maybe even smell or taste. Bringing your attention to something that you can feel, see, hear, smell or taste. And keep your attention on that. Your breath is at a gentle rhythm. Slowing down. I'm just going to spend a moment here, a minute or so, in quiet. I'd just like to bring a thought into your mind, something to take through your day, to ponder over. When we think of attachment, what do we initially think about? I know that when I first heard of monks and the kinds of practices they do, I imagine them living in caves and having no friends and family and just reading and meditating and eating and sleeping. Completely detached from the outside world. They have no belongings, they have nothing that they own. And therefore, in order to be happy, one must also have a very simple life and have nothing and have no one and think nothing, feel nothing. When actually, what they're trying to say in this teaching about attachment and detaching ourselves from things, it's actually when we go back into the real world, detaching ourselves from the drama, detaching ourselves from the noise in our heads, regulating our emotions, no longer needing something, someone to be happy because we have that within ourselves. Just leaving that thought with you now. Maybe you could answer the question or ponder over the question. How can I become more detached from the negative narrative, the complaints, the comparisons that I have in my life? And on that note, let's open up our eyes, coming back to the room, wiggling our fingers and toes, taking nice deep inhalations through the nose and exhalations through the mouth, if you like, sighing it out. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's such a pleasure to have you here and to be practicing and sharing my teachings and my yoga with you. Please let me know if you want anything different about the practice or anything that you really like about the practice. And yeah, I'm really grateful to have you here. Namaste.